क्या आज कौन सा पद है मोनिका?
आज हरे हो जी दादाजी।
ये आता आपको आता है?
हाँ।
गाओ श्रियाबेन गाओ।
गाओ।
हाँ हाँ।
जय सच्चिदानंद। हरे हो जी दादाजी,
हरे हो जी दादाजी,
તમારા વિના ક્યાંય ગોઠતું નથી.
તમારા વિના ક્યાંય ગોઠતું નથી.
હારે હો જી પ્યારા જી,
हारे हो जी प्यारा जी,
સહારા બીજ ઉગતું નથી.
सहारा विना बीज
હરે હો જી દાદાજી,
हारे हो जी दादाजी,
તમારા વિના ક્યાંય ગોઠતું નથી.
तारा विना क्या નથી.
જગત કુસંગે જદુ,
જગત કુસંગે જદુ,
કેવળ સત્સંગે જ સુખ.
કેવળ સત્સંગે જ સુખ.
દાદાજીનું હસતું મુખ,
દાદાજીનું હસતું મુખ,
તમને દર્શન થાતા સુખ.
તમને દર્શન થાતા સુખ.
હીરા મોતી મારાજી,
હીરા મોતી મારાજી,
સમૃદ્ધ સતિયા વિના દલડું ઠરતું નથી.
સમૃદ્ધ સતિયા વિના ડલડું ઠરતું નથી.
હારે હો જી દાદાજી,
હારે હો जी दादाजी,
તમારા વિના ક્યાંય ગોઠતું નથી.
તમારા વિના ક્યાંય ગોઠતો નથી.
ભરમાં દુઃખો લાગે,
દુનિયાભરમાં દુઃખો લાગે,
સત્સંગ વિના સૂનું લાગે.
સત્સંગ વિના સૂનું લાગે.
બેરહો દિવસ રાત જાગે,
બેરહો દિવસ રાત જાગે.
જ્ઞાની ભવની ભાવટ ભાંગે,
જ્ઞાની ભવની ભાવટ ભાંગે.
રોગો અતિક્રમણાજી,
રોગો અતિક્રમણાજી,
રમણા વિના ક્યાંય રૂચતું નથી.
આતમ રમણા વિના ક્યાંય રૂચતું નથી.
હારે હો જી દાદાજી,
હારે હો જી દાદાજી,
हारे हो जी प्यारा जी,
हारे हो जी प्यारा जी।
जय सचिदानंद।
जय चेतन। ओके, अभी वी हैव टू ऐड 3 मोर। ओके, तो काली कोट टॉप वाला किसको मालूम है? आता है? हैं? मोनिका नहीं आता है? हैं? ओ, अक्षय काका आपके पास इंग्लिश में है हो?
इंग्लिश में कोटपी वाले। हाँ,
और दोनों जरा पॉज करना इंग्लिश में। और खुशी आप करने वाला तो कभी नहीं किया हो। इन
मैं अभी कर दूंगी
कोट
सत्संग के
टोपी वाला नहीं मालूम है मोनिका? ओके,
वो मालूम है।
तो वो अभी ऐड करने का है। ओके, फोर्थ वन। और अक्षिका का दूसरा ऐसा 2 ढूंढने का है।
ओके
So
ओके।
we'll have 6 every day, one different. Okay, now Kalamo. Hey, Chinai, don't do together. Okay, do separately. So Kushi, I mean Shreya number 1, Kushi number 2, number 3, Monica, Karishma 4, Monica 5, Nidhi 6. Shreya, ऐसे बोलने का. Okay.
जय सच्चिदानंद। हे દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્માનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અહમ ન દુભાવાય કે દુભાવવા પ્રત્યેના અન્મોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્માનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અહમ ન દુભાય એવી સ્યાદવાદ વાણી, સ્યાદવાદ વર્તન અને સ્યાદવાદ મનન કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો. હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ ધર્મનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ પ્રમાણ ન દુભાવાય કે દુભવા પ્રત્યેના અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને કોઈ પણ ધર્મનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ પરમાણ ન દુભે એવી શાદવાદ વાણી, શાદવાદ વર્તન અને શાદવાદ મનન કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો. હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી ઉપદેશક, સાધુ, સાધ્વી યા આચાર્યનો અવનવાદ, અપરાધ, અવિનય ન કરવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો. હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્મા કે પ્રતિ કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અભાવ તિરસ્કાર ના કિયા જાય, ના કરવાયા જાય તથા કે પ્રતિના અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો.
5 Navnidhi Didi and number 6 yeah.
હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્મા સાથે ક્યારેય પણ કઠોર ભાષા, તંતીલી ભાષા ન બોલાવાય કે બોલવા પ્રત્યે ન અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. કોઈ કઠોર ભાષા, તંતીલી ભાષા બોલે તો મને મૃદુ રુજુ ભાષા બોલવાની શક્તિ આપો. હે સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્મા પ્રત્યે સ્ત્રી, પુરુષ, અગર નપુંસક ગમે તે લિંગધારી હોય તો તેના સંબંધમાં કિંચિત માત્ર પણ વિષય વિકાર સંબંધી દોષો, ઈચ્છાઓ, ચેષ્ટાઓ કે વિચાર સંબંધી દોષો ન કરાવાય કે કર્તા પ્રત્યેના અન્મોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને નિરંતર નિર્વિકાર રહેવાની પરમ શક્તિ આપો.
Vinay, सब साथ में बाद में जिया.
હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ રસમાં લુપ્તપણો ન કરાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો. મને સમરસી ખોરાકની પરમ શક્તિ આપો.
Yeah, Didi.
હા, હે દાદા ભગવાન, મને કોઈ પણ દેહધારી જીવાત્માનો પ્રત્યક્ષ અગર પરોક્ષ, જીવંત અગર મૃત્યુ પામેલાનો કોઈનો કિંચિત માત્ર પણ અહમ ન દુભાય, અમળવાદ, અપરાધ, અવિનય ન કરાવાય કે કર્તા પ્રત્યેના અનુમોદાય એવી પરમ શક્તિ આપો.
Hey Divya, hey Akshay Kaka, पुलिस आने ने फोन कर जो ना. Divya
हाँ,
number 9.
હે દાદા ભગવાન, દગજ મળે દગજ ખયાન કવાનું નિજ બનવાને પરમ
ओके ये दीदी नव कलम त्रिमंत्र बुलाइए
हाँ। नमो वित्रागाय
नमो वित्रागाय
नमो अरिहंताणम
नमो अरिहंताणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो आयरियाणम
नमो आयर्याणम
नमो उवज्जायाणम
नमो वज्रायाणम
नमो लोय सौसाहुणम
नमो लोये सव साहुणम
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
ऐसो पंच नमोकारो
सौपावपणासनो
पावपणासनो
पडवम हवै मंगलम
परमं हवै मंगलम
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
सच्चिदानंद
जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद
ओके डेली प्रेयर चिनाई
जय सच्चिदानंद। हे दादा भगवान, आप मुझे ऐसी शक्ति प्रदान करें कि मैं अपने हेल्थ को कभी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज ना करूं, ताकि मेरा शरीर रूपी साधन मुझे मेरे ध्येय को यानी कि पढ़ाई में और सत्संग में हमेशा सहायक बने। मैं पढ़ाई में बिल्कुल सिंसियर रहूंगी। मैं बुरी सोबत से और कुसम से हमेशा दूर रहूंगी और कुछ भी मेरा सत्संग कभी भी ना छूटे। इसी परम कृपा करना, प्राप्त कार्य का योग और अपने आत्मा का उपयोग केवल परोपकार यानी कि जय मात्र की सेवा में करो, जो कि श्रेष्ठ मानव धर्म है। मैं अपने स्वयं और अन्य सभी लोगों के जीवन व्यवहार मॉरल और ताकि मैं दादा भगवान के जन्म श्रेष्ठ का मालिक बनूंगा। हे दादा भगवान, मैं आगे अपनी माता पिता की हर बात सुनने की संकल्प लेती हूँ। मैं उनके जवाब नहीं दूंगी। क्या इस संबंधी मुझे अनंत आंतरिक शक्ति प्रदान करे। जय सत्संग।
दरअसल
जय सच्चिदानंद। हे दादा भगवान, मुझे पढ़ाई में समझने में जो बाधा या अंतराय आते हैं, जो भी ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस आते हैं, उन सभी को तोड़ने का मैं दृढ़ निश्चय करता हूँ। आप ऐसी कृपा करें जिससे मेरे दर्शन ऊपर के आवरण टूट जाए और मेरी पढ़ाई सही ढंग से हो। ऐसी परम शक्ति आप हमें दे। जय सच्चिदानंद।
दिव्या
हे दादा भगवान
हे दादा
भगवान
हमने आपके बच्चे
मैं आपके बच्चे
दिल के है सच्चे
है सच्चे
फिर भी है कच्चे
भी है कच्चे
काम करेंगे सच्चे
काम करेंगे अच्छे
अच्छे
नहीं सच्चिदानंद
जय सच्चिदानंद ओके Kevin, can you do daily prayer?
Hey, Brother Bhagwan, please give me infinite inner strength such that I never compromise on health, so that my body as an instrument is always helpful to me in accomplishing my life goal of studies and satsang. I will always remain sincere in studies. I will always stay away from bad company and bad habits. And whatever happens, please shower your divine grace such that I never ever miss my satsang. May I use my mind, speech, body, instrument, and my soul possesses all resources to oblige others, which is the best religion. I will always remain sincere, moral, and pure in mind, speech, body, and in all my dealing with self and everyone lives to become man of personality or excellent exactly as that of Bhagwan. Without Bhagwan, I feel the result of never always listen to my parents and never back days of America. Please give me infinite energy. Discards.
So how was your interaction with Papa, Mama this week?
It's good.
What does good mean?
Um,
Hmm?
I didn't get angry that much.
That much means you got angry a little bit?
Uh, no, I didn't get angry at them.
At all? Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. Chivai, how was interaction with your parents? Chinay?
Today I said Guru Mummy only
English,
one
English.
thing.
Today is English.
Yeah, okay. Jai Sachidanand. Today with my Guru Mummy, I said one time no because I had project to be done with my friends. So she asked me for help in her home course. So I was not able to do because me and my friends are doing the project. And I said yes for 2 times, but while walking, I said some harsh words. That's why mommy got sad. That's it. And with Guru Papa, doesn't tell any no to them.
So what did you, Mama, what happened?
Yeah, Mama gave me to do mock work, so I said yes, I will do. Then when I was doing, she asked me some questions, so I replied in angrily, so she got upset.
How could you do that? When Guruji asked you to talk? Okay, the Pulinanandji is here, so Darsal, you're making noise. Okay, while we are waiting for Pulinanandji, who knows the first code of conduct? Nobody knows first code of conduct? Keval? You don't know first code of conduct?
Never hurt any living being through my mind, speech, and body.
Is what?
Never hurt any living being through my mind, speech, and body.
You need to know everything. Do you know the whole thing? Okay, let's do the separation prayer, Dada Bhagwan. Keval in English.
Oh, Father God, you are separate, body self capable is separate. Oh, pure soul, Bhagavad one. You are real, body self capable is relative. Oh, pure soul, Bhagavad one. You are permanent, body self capable is temporary.
Ria, do you know the separation prayer? Okay, you need to learn that, okay? Okay, Daksh, Hindi.
Yes.
हिंदी में दादा भगवान का प्रेयर मालूम है आपको?
हाँ
आप बोलिए।
पढ़ाई वाली
हाँ?
कौन सी
ओके, ये दरअसल भाई बोलेगा। दरअसल भाई
हाँ, जय सच्चिदानंद। हे दादा भगवान, आप अलग है, दर्शन अलग है। हे दादा भगवान, आप रियल है, दर्शन रिलेटिव है। हे दादा भगवान, आप परमानेंट है, दर्शन टेम्पररी है। जय सच्चिदानंद।
गुजराती इनाय।
हाँ, जय सच्चिदानंद। हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान, તમે જુદા છો, મુનિકા જુદા છે. હે શુદ્ધાત્મા દાદા ભગવાન, તમે રિયલ છો, મુનિકા નેગેટિવ છે. હે શુદ્ધાત્મા દાદા ભગવાન, તમે પરમાનન્ટ છો, મુનિકા ટેમ્પરરી છે. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
ओके, जय सचिदानंद। पुलियान जी, पुलितान जी, we cannot hear you.
હવે આવે છે અવાજ?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yes. Jai Satchidanand.
હા ચાલો. હા જય સત્ય.
Okay. Pulinanandji, we are doing experiment on our behavior with Guru in the home. Everybody's Papa, Mama, brothers are Gurus, so we'll hear their experience. Okay, Monica Didi.
Thanks, Satchidanand. Today with my Guru Mummy, I said one time no in her help because I had project to do with my friends. So she asked for help. So in second time when I overed my project, she asked for help in to do mopping. So I told yes, but while doing mopping, she asked me questions. So I replied in angry, but so she got upset.
Okay, Karizma.
Praise Satchidanand.
Okay, हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं आप. Okay.
आज मम्मी गुरु मम्मी को और गुरु मोनिका दीदी को और गुरु खुशी दीदी को मैंने आज एक बार ना बोला था और गुरु पापा को और गुरु मम्मी को मैंने हाँ बोला था.
खुशी.
Jai Satchidanand. Today I told 5 times yes to my mommy and 2 times yes to my Guru Papa and 1 time no to Guru Didi because she asked me to study, but I have lot of homeworks to write to so I yes told no to her and 1 time yes to her. But I did that.
Priya Didi.
Jai Satchidanand. I told one time yes to my Guru Mummy and one time no to also Guru Mummy. While I was packing my bag, my mummy was asking me questions about school, so I told her that you ask me later. So my mummy's ego got hurt and yes, she told me to come to the store with her to buy things.
Okay, Navneet Didi.
Jai Satchidanand. I obeyed my Guru Nani and Guru Mummy.
Okay, Keval.
I said yes to my, Guru Dad and Guru Mom.
Darsal.
Jai Satchidanand. Today I had said 2 times yes to my Guru Mother and 2 times yes to my Guru Father.
Okay, very good. Jia Didi. Daksh.
जय सच्चिदानंद. आज मैंने मम्मी को हाँ बोला था और आज मैंने दीदी को हाँ बोला था. बस एक बार मैंने ना बोला था.
किसको ना बोला था?
दीदी को.
गुरु दीदी को. Why you said no?
वो आज हमारे मंदिर में कार्यक्रम था तो मुझे पेन मिला था हम दोनों को, तो उसने बोला था पेन की मुझे लीड दे दे, तो मैंने उसको मना कर दिया था.
Okay, Jia Didi.
हाँ जय सच्चिदानंद. I told mummy to yes and I angry with my brother.
I will tell.
Okay, why were you angry? Good.
He don't read and Hindi.
Okay,
So
they listen to you. Okay. Riya Didi.
રિયા ને આજે વાત નથી કરવી, થોડી શરમાઈ છે. So
Riya,
today
please, can you say Jai Satchidanand?
Just
Jai
say Jai.
Satchidanand.
Nice.
Loudly, please.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay. Pulinanandji, you heard children interaction with Guru Mama, Guru Papa, Guru Didi. So you can talk about it.
Well, some Aptaputras may have mentioned this before. One key thing that Bhagwan had said as far as Guru Papa, Guru Mummy, that anyone serve them. Okay? જેને આપણે સેવા કહીએ. So anyone who serves their father, mother, and maybe guru or spiritual guide who gives us guidance on the spiritual path, he will never suffer in life. If you can keep them happy or make them happy, then you will never be unhappy in your life, relative life. Because those are the people who have taken a lot of pains in giving birth to you, in raising you up, behind attending you physically, mentally, emotionally. You know? So one can never forget their obligation. आवाज से ना आवाज आती.
No, nobody.
Now maybe Monica, someone, I don't know who's singing this noise. Somebody other.
કોઈનો નથી આવતો.
મને આવે છે તો. Okay. So one can never forget the obligation of one's parents. It's a very, very important principle. Very, very important principle. So whatever, generally speaking, parents do, it is in the best interest of the children. They undergo a lot of sacrifices to fulfill your needs in raising you up. So one can never forget the obligation of parents, and that can only be done by serving them. Seva, that is, serving means seva. Now, if you have this understanding at the back of your mind that our parents have done a lot of sacrifices in raising us up, then automatically you will have a lot of respect for them. And you will see to it that you don't hurt them. Now, you may have difference of opinion with them. They may insist on some things to be done immediately, some household chores. They may insist on your homework. They may insist on you not going for playing out, or whatever reasons. But bear one thing in mind. If they are saying something, it is for your interest. You may disagree. I'm not saying you should agree. But then you have to find out a working compromise. That, Mama, I will not do this work now, I will do it later on. So see to it that whatever they say is also taken care of. And at the same time, whatever you want is also taken care of. If there is a clash between your priority and their priority, or your this thing and this, in that case, see what is the best you can do for them. If you have a high regard for them, you're greatly indebted to them, you know. ઘણો બધો ઉપકાર જેને કહે ને. So if that is there, then automatically your behaviors will be good. So if you have that thinking at the back of your mind, then maybe all these things will not happen. Occasionally you may say no and all that, but then see to it that you do that work, if not immediately, little later on. Your parents are not your enemies. Your parents are not your enemies. So keep that in mind.
Anybody has a question for Pulindada? Monica, why don't you tell your action that Mama, while you're busy, Mama says something and you become angry?
Yeah. While Mummy gave me a work, I was doing that. Then while doing the work, she asked me some questions. So I replied in angrily. So she got upset.
So this is, you see, this may happen, but then you have to learn. You have to learn to reply politely.
Yes.
You have to learn. That is why all that now, what are all the prayers you are saying? What is the use of all the prayers you are saying? That you don't want to hurt anybody, mind, word, speech. Maybe you're prayed about some now kalams also in the past.
Yes.
So then where is all that gone? Where is all that gone? Each prayer, any one prayer also, if you really do it heartily, then you don't need anything else in life. Even if you decide that I will not hurt my parents and elders by mind, speech, and body, just keep that as your goal, finish. And if that is your goal, then this will not happen. What is happening is, not in you in particular, in general, I'm saying in general, that you people sometimes follow your parents or whatever we are saying in satsang, do this prayer, do this. So you do it mechanically because you have been told, because you feel it is a good thing. Parents also are happy about it. Oh, my daughter's son is doing this prayer. So you do it. But it is not coming from the bottom of your heart. You're praying because you're asked to pray, but not that you agree with the prayer. The day you agree with the prayer, or it becomes your personal prayer. Yes, I don't want to hurt, because if I hurt elders, I will be hurt in return. Hence, I don't want to hurt. Now, that decision has not come from you people. You are saying because you think it is good and because your elders want it. The day you decide, no, come what may, I don't want to hurt, then none of you will have any of these complaints.
Yeah.
So, all I'm requesting is that whatever is being told to you in these satsangs, by way of prayers, by way of doing this and that, see how much of it you really agree. And if it appeals to your heart, then you have to take it heartily or seriously. And if it becomes your goal that you don't want to hurt, today it is not your goal. Today you have been told, so you are doing it. Given a choice, you would not do it. Suppose you are not attending satsang, supposing Rajni Dada or Aptaputra were not telling you, don't do this, don't do this, then you have not done anything of this. You just go the way you feel things are right. तुम अपनी मनमानी करते थे, तुम दूसरों की सुनते ही नहीं थे, वो तो दबाव आया इसलिए दूसरों की सुन रहे थे. So ये दबाव को सही समझ में कन्वर्ट करो.
Yeah.
Convert this whatever has been taught to you and try to internalize it. अपने अंदर उतारने की कोशिश करो. Your intellect must agree to it. Your heart must agree to it. And if it is not agreeing for some reason, then ask those questions. Why you don't agree? Rajni Dada or Aptaputra XYZ is telling me to do this, but I don't agree, or I don't feel like doing it. My mind doesn't allow me to do it. Ask such pointed questions and get answers to those questions. The day any of the prayer goes down heartily, I tell you, you don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. Today there is a conflict between what you really want to do and what has been asked by you to do. You're not, in your case, Monica, maybe you didn't want to do that work, but mommy has told you, so you're doing it. Maybe what answer will I give it today at 9 o'clock to Rajni Dada? That is why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to do it, but you're doing it. And in that, if mommy asks you something, you block because inside you are irritated. You're not happy with what you're doing. So that's why you sometimes blow out. I don't know whether,
Yes, that's the reason I don't want to do it, but I was doing it.
I know, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's happening with all of you. It happens. I'm not saying you are wrong. I'm only identifying why, in spite of all these prayers, you are still dissatisfied. You are also dissatisfied in spite of doing all this. You see? I don't blame anybody. I'm just trying to analyze what's happening.
Yes.
So the crux is trying to understand why I should do what my mother is saying. or as you call it, what are you calling this? Guru.
Guru Mama.
Guru Mummy or Guru Papa. You have to understand why you should do what your Guru Mummy is doing, why you should do why Guru Papa is doing, why you should do what your Guru brother or someone is doing. Unless you understand that, this will only remain as long you are online in satsang. The day this stops, now padaksa you will do what your mind says or what your intellect says. Understand? So it calls for a little bit of understanding why I should do it. So that will come when you try to understand the other's viewpoint, your Guru Mummy's viewpoint, your Guru Daddy's viewpoint, that whether he's saying for my help good or for his good.
For my good.
So if your intellect agrees on that it is for your good, then this question will arise.
Yes.
So it will take time, but this is the process of trying to change your understanding. It's not a quick fix solution. It will take time. Slowly it will happen. I'm saying even one or even two such understandings are internalized. आपका दिल ने कबूल कर लिया, हाँ ये बात सही है, ये मेरे हित में है, पापा राइट है, पापा may be wrong, but what he's saying is right. You may not like the way he has said it, you may not like the way he insists he should be done like this. मैं करूंगी, आराम से करूंगी, why the hurry? That's also possible. Everything. So that may happen. But if your understanding, one or two understandings match with your parents, I say 80% of your problem will be solved.
Yeah.
So take time to understand why. And if you're not satisfied, ask in the online questions to Aptaputras. पापा ने तो ऐसा बोला लेकिन मेरे को तो नहीं जम रहा है, क्या करूं? खाली हथौड़ा मार दिया आप तो उतरने, तो कुछ स्वीकार करना जरूरी नहीं है. अभी खाली स्वीकार कर लोगे तो जमेगा नहीं, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म नहीं टिकेगा. And Dada Bhagwan has only done one thing. He has given a right understanding, which is trying to correct the wrong understanding we have brought. Not only for you, even for us, everybody. So it takes time to accept the new understanding.
Yeah.
This is what all of you should be trying to understand. The prayers, why you're doing, what is the advantage of prayer, or what is the advantage of whatever decisions you're doing. You're writing a notebook for yourself. Why you're writing the notebook? What do you want to achieve by writing this notebook? What do you want to achieve by doing all this? That end goal must be clearly in your mind. Because unless you know what you're going to achieve, you will do it. But after some time, if you don't get the results, it will all go away. Right now, you're carrying on because your parents want to do it. Right now, you're carrying on because there's a lot of wah for you. Zoom mein everybody is saying, "Are Shriya, great. Are Keval, great. Are that great." That great is motivating you. Nothing wrong. It's right, perfectly right. But it has to convert in that understanding that you're gaining in the satsang. It has to convert into your heartily acceptance of it. I'm not saying you may accept everything, but at least 2 or 3 key points also if you accept, then that will bring all the remaining points automatically.
Yeah, we lost them, Pulinanandji.
Okay.
They can't, that's just go, but they're coming back. Okay. Shreya Didi, do you understand? Do you know the mistake you made now of what Pulinanandji said? What mistake you made?
I shouldn't have told my mommy that I will tell you later. I should have told my mom at the right point when she asked me to.
Okay, very good. Anybody else have another question? Anybody? Okay, so okay, they are back now. Pulinanandji?
Rajni Dada?
Yes?
Yeah, Kushi asked question.
Okay, Kushi.
Jai Sachidanand. My question was that whenever my sister or mommy tells me to do any work, I first directly tell them no, then I tell yes. So they got upset by telling no to them. So what should I do by not telling them no?
Why do you tell no in the first place?
I don't want to do that work. Then I understand my mommy what she is telling because she is tired. Then I tell yes. Then she got angry. Why did you tell no first?
So that's exactly I said. My first point was, my opening statement was that parents are the topmost persons whom you must serve. माता की सेवा करना, उनका उपकार हम जिंदगी में कभी नहीं भूल सकते. अगर ये आपके दिमाग में, आपके दिल ने इसको एक्सेप्ट किया, if your heart accepts this, then you will not say no. Today you feel parents are useless, yaar. They are only there to give food to you, take care of your hobbies, homework, school, bus, and I want to enjoy life. You enjoy life, but there's great amount of obligation, you are under them. And by serving them, you're not only serving them, you're serving yourself. If you make them happy, I can assure you, Kushi, of all of the children, that you will never be unhappy in your life. And you will have people giving you happiness. Okay, so this is the principle. Now I will give you the proof of it. For 1 week, listen properly. For 1 week, just decide to help your parents, to make them happy only for 1 week. No arguments. Kushi, do this, beta, do this, do it. No arguments. Even if you don't like, you will get instant happiness. Just try for 1 week. Now that's the proof of the pudding. Once you experience yourself, okay, no, this is helping me, then you will not leave it. Then you will continue to do it. Service to parents is the greatest service you can do to anybody.
Okay, Kushi.
The thinking has to change.
Okay, so this is good, Pulindada. Children, we will do one full week of this experiment, and then you will decide yourself it is good or bad. Okay? Everybody? Okay. What is the homework for the whole week? Kushi?
We should tell yes to our parents instead of no, and we will see that we are getting inner happiness or not.
Inner happiness, very important. Without anything from the senses, nothing from the eyes, no. Inside you will feel happy.
And also one thing, you do not want to hurt your parents, okay? So please post this on the group, okay? Kushi, Didi?
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else have another question? Keval, you got the homework? Can you do that? Okay. Daksh? मालूम पड़ गया homework?
हाँ.
Okay, very good. Okay. Jai Sachidanand, children.
Sachidanand.
Okay, we will see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Akshay bhai, I need to take a break, so you're in charge. There's no question unless you want to start with a question. Lalita Ben, you have a question? Can you unmute Lalita Ben?
Yes.
Okay, Lalita Ben, you have a question?
Yes. Jai Sachidanand. Pulinanandji, I've read your book on the workings of the mind according to Dada.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who's online right now. We talk about Dada, but she's interested in knowing more. She has not taken Jnana. For her benefit, could you please explain how the mind works?
Okay. Dada Bhagwan has given a very nice explanation of what really mind is, how do you identify the mind, what its function is, and who are the parents of the mind. After that, he has also said how you can control the mind. So, if I may start off, what is mind? The thoughts that come to us today.
Oh, Pulinanji, 1 minute. Okay. Lalita Ben, who is your is Meera Ben there? Or who's there?
Meera's there and Saila's there.
Okay, so okay, we'll put them. Tell them to have their video. We'll put them on so they can talk. Oh, there is Meera. Okay, now you can talk with Pulitananji also. Okay. Okay, Jai Sachidan, Pulitananji.
Jai Sachin Meera.
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji. I have actually taken Jnana from Dada in 1994. So I have Jai Sachidanand, but Shaili Ben is here. I think Lali Aunty is talking about Shaili Ben. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. I'm Sailia, and Dr. Lalita ji actually introduced me to Dada Bhagwan's teachings. And since then, I've been reading Dada's books. And I haven't taken the Gyans right now, but so I have a couple of questions after reading the books.
Yeah, please go on.
Oh, can I ask the questions right now?
Yes.
You hear me, right? Yeah. Yeah. So for one of the first thing that I want to ask is, how do I handle regrets? Any regrets that you might have? Like, for instance, I have regret about not being hard enough in some point in my life. Like I feel like, okay, I should have worked more. I should have given more. I've not worked my full capacity. I know at some level after Dada Bhagwan's reading his books and everything, I can understand at some level that it is not, we are talking about the relative self here, but still it does bother me. So how do I deal with this?
You see, regrets about the past, Now there, as far as the past is gone, the best we can do is take learnings from it. That whatever we regret, that I should have done this, then just take learning that from this, in future, if such a thing happens, I should be doing this.
Okay.
What has gone is gone. We must extract the learnings from it. That's all. That what we learned by that experience. That was anyway to be destined. You see, there is a destiny we have brought, So at that point of time, whatever you thought was appropriate action, you did. Incidentally, you feel that was not the thing in hindsight now.
Yes.
So, and none of us have any control on that. Because you were destined to suffer or take an erroneous decision, so that was part of your destiny or prarabdha karma, if I may say.
Okay. That you don't have any control over that.
So all I'm saying is you have to now pacify your intellect who is bothering you. I wish I had done that. The regrets part of it.
Yes.
So that regret is basically nothing but your intellect showing you a wrong thing or a loss that has incurred to you. It's in intellect when it's saying this was a wrong thing you did.
Yes.
So to pacify that, you're saying that was prarabdha karma, that you were destined to suffer. So you took a decision at that point of time, which now you feel in hindsight that was not most appropriate. So all you can do is, if such a thing happens, what should I do now in future? Just extract that henceforth such a thing happens, I will do this based on my past experience. And forget the past. As simple as that.
Yes.
Tell the intellect what is gone, it's not going to come back. And by regretting, you are only making your life miserable.
Yes.
So you must say, oh intellect, make my life happy. Why are you making me miserable? So you must tell the intellect, now you tell me what the way forward. The way forward is learn from this decide not to repeat the mistake, and march ahead and focus on the future.
Okay.
You see, actually speaking, ideally speaking, everyone should be living in the present moment.
Yes.
But what happens is this intellect either takes us in the past or it takes us in the future.
Right.
Past is what the regret. I should have done that, but the person XYZ did not behave properly with me or did wrong things to me. So either we keep pondering on the past episodes, people, situations, or we keep worrying about the future. What will happen in next? My health, my wealth, my career, my children, my family. It
Yes.
never allows you to remain in the present. So,
Very true.
moment you
Very
catch
true.
yourself in either of the two, just pause. Tell yourself, say whatever mantra or anything you want to say, or pray to whatever God you want to, or you just remember, Dada, bring me in the present. Finish. So from the past, at least you decide. Past, so two things you must say. Past, gone is gone, which cannot be reversed. So forget it. But what I can do best, take the learnings from it and decide my future course of action.
Okay.
And to come out of the past, bring your mind to the future. What I want to do next, how I want to approach my legs. So just divert your attention from the regret. It is stuck over there into what next should I be doing.
Okay.
Maybe not on that particular topic or anything else in future. I want to do this exercise. I want to do this house renovation. I want to do this career, this savings, this shopping, X, Y, Z. Just divert it. That's one of the ways of coming out of regret. And once you keep hammering, and it will not happen in one shot. You have to keep hammering, hammering till it stops.
Yes. Yes. That's what I noticed. Yeah.
This is it's a long-term project because it's a habit that has got inculcated in you of going in the past and staying in over there. So that habit has to be, to come out of it. We'll say it takes some time. HABIT is habit. The spelling of habit is HABIT. If you knock off the H, A bit remains. If you knock off the A, BIT, bit remains. If you knock off the B, it remains. A habit takes long time to erase. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice. Thank you. So,
that's all.
For now, I will ask more questions.
No. See, one minute. This is only about the past. Now, you don't go too much in the future also, that will cause worries. Yes. So, try slowly, catch yourself in the past and come in the present. What am I doing now? I'm doing cooking. I'm reading. I'm doing this. So, focus. And the mind keep wandering and then chant some mantras or say, Dada Bhagwan Narsingh Jai Karo. Yes. So that is one of the ways of diverting the mind from the past or present, from past or future in the present.
Okay.
These are tools to come in the present.
Yes.
And I want permanent happiness. I want permanent happiness. I want permanent happiness. You must start your own record. So the record of the mind and intellect stops.
It'll give me. Okay.
Okay. So this is the moment.
Thank you. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Wonderful question. We have many questions raised because it's mind. Vaishali Ben?
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji, Jai Sachidanand Akshata. I have two-part question. First one is Vaishalini in English. Vaishali's Prakriti is that, there is all these opportunities and things come about, but there's major FOMO, fear of missing out. So I extend myself to, get almost to a point of getting burned out because I don't want to miss out on an opportunity. So with Gnan's understanding, how do I explain to Vaishali that you're not really missing out? You do the best you can. And my priority should be towards file number 1, not on the opportunities that are being presented to me.
Opportunities in terms of?
In terms of, I'll give you an example. Because I do the social media work, there is an influencer event up in LA that I've been invited to. Now, going to an event where all these big people will be there or successful people will be there, it's about a 2.5-hour drive on a Sunday. And then I have somewhere to go early morning tomorrow. So it's a bit of a stretch, but I still want to go because I should be with these people. So I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I mean, is this where I say it's Sambhavenik? I'll just go and meet them. You've been invited, do your thing and come back. Or do I just say, don't stretch yourself and don't do this?
No, that depends how important that event is. That depends on the. Really speaking, in life, you have some goals, you have some priorities. So go about working on those priorities to the best of your abilities. One will never really miss the most essential things. Vyavasthit will always put you on the right path. It is the intellect which is giving you this FOMO. Fear of missing out is the function of the buddhi or intellect. So it will be only pacified by experience. If you experience or observe that things, the good things that are happening to you, how opportunities fell into your place, how you got that piece of information in time, how that work took place. So if you see the circumstances which lead you to the right thing, the same logic you have to apply. There will be circumstances in future also. If something right is going to happen to you, nature will take you over there. So don't worry that you're going to miss out. You'll never miss out anything. But you should not be even lazy enough. You should be on your toes also. So then it's deciding on the priorities, as you said, a 2-hour drive and something else to do. What is the worth it, Now, if that 2 hours drive is really earth shaking and something very much important for your career, then you have to stretch. So it's FOMO you live out. In life, you will never lose anything. Basically, we must have our goals and priorities decided very clearly. In my career, I want 1, 2, 3. In my personal life, I want 1, 2, 3. Them objectives, or what this is what it is. And then you have to work on those goals to the best of your mind and mental and physical abilities permit to you. Your time permits to you. If something doesn't fall into place, does not matter. If it's part of Vyavasthit, it will come to you. If it's part of Vyavasthit, it will not come to you. So one never really loses. Frankly speaking, one never really loses anything. It's all destined. But then that will be only pacified by your hardcore experience. So the only way is set whatever goals you want to set in relative and real, of course. Nature will do the needful so that you achieve those goals. Nature will do it. You don't have to worry to do it. Efforts will be there, but that worry part, I missed out, I'll be late. That is intellect, the Viprit Buddhi acting, and that is giving you burning or suffering.
But nature will bring me opportunity, but do I not have to decipher that is this opportunity that I'm taking it for the right reason? For example, if I'm going to this event, what is my true reason of attending this event? Is it because I'm going to get man? Is it because, hanging out with this big people will bring me more respect or all of that? Or is it because I truly admire these people and the work they're doing and I want to actually learn something from them? So don't I have to have that conversation inside of my head?
Yes, of course you have to do that. You have to do that. What is the real reason of attending the event, you see?
Right.
If it is beneficial for your career, yes. But if it's only for the month, then you have to see whether you have the time and energy to do it.
Understand.
The answer is there with you.
I got my answer as I was talking to you. I understand that. So it always has to go down to the true reason why I want to do something. Then don't worry about the FOMO, because that's just, buddhi telling me whatever that is. But if it's in alignment with my bigger goals, then go for it. If it's not, don't do it. Simple as that.
Yes.
I have one more question. Akshay, do I have time or?
Yes, we have time.
Akshay, recording has stopped.
Yes, maybe from Rajni uncle's laptop because it goes on sleep mode. It might have stopped, but we are still on YouTube, so we are recording live.
Okay.
So this question is, I know it's going to sound a little strange, but I feel like when feelings of envy and jealousy or things like that arise inside Vaishali, I do go in and Nisamjar Pramane, I put the understanding that, listen, they're a karta, you're a karta, emnu kalyan thao, may they receive all the happiness that they're wishing for. But I don't genuinely feel it. how do you genuinely wish somebody well? How do you do that?
A genuine feeling of well-wishing for someone is that if genuine is if it comes from the bottom of your heart.
Right.
And it will only come from the bottom of your heart if there is no competition between you and the other person. Comparison between the other person and you in terms of talent or whatever parameters you have set. Whenever there is a comparison and it leads to competition, that I want to be one step ahead of that person,
right.
And for some reason the other person is one step ahead of you, then that causes jealousy.
Exactly.
You see. Now this is typically there in all women. Stri Prakruti ma a gun hota. Because you see, the root cause of all this jealousy or envy is the happiness of women is hinged on they getting attention from men or people. That they should be getting attention, people should attend to them so that others do as per what they want them to do. Typically, you seek attention so that you can get your things done from others. That's the very, very subtle bottom reason. You see. Now, because you're happy, your happiness hinges on that aspect. If I get attention, if people are attracted towards me, or people like me, or people, whatever reason they are, this thing, then I can get my things done. I can get my things done. You know? Now, so, or you see the entire get-up, framework, design, walking, talking, dressing, all that stuff is just to keep people focused on you, attracted or towards you.
Right.
This is a general trait. I'm not talking you in person.
Right.
Now, because of that, what happens is, the moment there is another person who is little more smarter, good looking, or more with the abilities, naturally attention will go over there. And once the attention goes there, then there's the jealousy. Hey, my things have become less. My importance has become less. My attachment is less. That is the root cause of jealousy, you see. Because your entire happiness and your entire jagrati is focused on I remaining tip top, tip top, tip top. If that is loosened or you give up on that, not so easy, then this jealousy portion will go. They are more than me, fine, never mind. I'm happy the way I will try my best. I will take the good qualities the other person has with me. I will pray that may I also acquire these good qualities, and then just leave it at that. Why be jealous for that person? You know, this is one of the root causes of jealousy, and this is the only way to combat it. Otherwise, saying well-wishing for them is all eyewash.
Right. It's
superficial. It's superficial. You cannot wish good for someone when you know that you don't want that person to be ahead of you.
So how do you get rid of this feeling of comparison and competition? Because we live in a world where we're taught that, this is how you move ahead in the world, right? To get to wherever worldly goals are.
This will only come if person has Gnan. You see, today for a non-Mahatma, happiness hinges on worldly achievements.
Correct.
Whether it is financial, career, education, looks, whatever way.
Yeah.
So for them, it's very difficult. Because their whole happiness hinges on that. I'm happy if I have so much money. I'm happy if I'm so much good looking. I'm happy if my house is like that. All the happiness is hinged on materialistic things. So all great master says, don't let your happiness hinge on materialistic things. Happiness is within you. It is in the soul. For we as Mahatmas, our happiness, having experienced that we are the pure soul, and happiness is remaining in touch with the pure soul or in that Atma Jagrati state. So we should now focus all our energies or Jagratis in how I can remain in the pure soul, how I can be a knower and seer of file number 1. what we call Gnata Drashta of file number 1. So you have to divert your attention from the worldly matters or worldly achievements to spiritual achievement of enhancing your Jagrati. Change the priority. Not that you have to give up on worldly stuff, that you have to do the relative matters to the best of your abilities. But if you don't achieve that, then your happiness cannot collapse. So try your level best and leave it at that, because that is part of Vyavasthit anyway. So after the of efforts, then you call Vyavasthit. Don't say Vyavasthit right away. But your happiness cannot hinge on that. My true happiness is inside me. So that reminder of that, then working on that 5 agnas, working on enhancing your inner happiness is the key goal. That is how your attention will reduce from materialistic achievements to spiritual achievement. So to change the efforts from this direction to that direction, by prioritizing or giving more importance to spiritual growth rather than materialistic growth. But anyway, I mean, you can tell Vaishali, even if you get all that you want, you're the best of influencer, you're the number 1 in the USA, number 1 in the US, what next? After some time, you're going to leave everything in this world. Na?
Yeah.
Your target is to go to Simanda Swami and Mahavidya Kshetra. So if that is your goal, are your actions in line with that goal? No. So then why are you wasting your time and energy in the wrong direction?
The hardest part, Pulinanandji, is the spiritual goals are there, but it's hard to stay focused on the spiritual goals. It's so easy to get caught up in these, Vyavhar goals.
Yes, I know that. I know that. Because that is what the Prakriti you have brought. Your mind, body, speech, belief, everything is totally, fully engrossed and brought, has got 98% of worldly goals. So that is what is coming out in discharge. In your discharge, all materialistic desires will keep on coming day in and day out. So recognize it. Recognize that this is your discharge moh. This is the discharge moh of Vaishali, and talk to Vaishali. Vaishali, you have brought this, but you have got inner goal, which is is independent of the senses. You don't need your eyes or anything. You've got an independent source of happiness. So why don't you focus on that? The materialistic achievements is part of Vyavasthit. With little bit of efforts, it will be fulfilled. But the Purusharth is not part of Vyavasthit that you have to do now. And what is happening now is because it is not of this birth. Since infinite births, we have been always working on materialistic goals and happiness and pleasures. So that is exactly what is going to come out. So observe it. Don't work against it. Just observe it and say bye-bye. I know this is what you want. I accept what you're saying. The thoughts that come, I accept what you're saying. But I want to go as per the Atmas. I want to go as per the. So it's just like keeping a broom ready. Every day you say, okay, come, bye-bye, go, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Just allow it to pass. Don't get entangled into it. That the key is only that. Allow the discharge to come and go, come and go, come and go. Don't listen to it. Listen in a sense, don't get stuck in it. You will take your efforts for business, profession, but don't say if it works fine, if it doesn't work, all the more fine. But I'm not my soul state. I'll remain in my Atma Jagrati state, observe what Vaishali is doing. It may be good, it may be bad. So it's not a one-shot thing. It's a constant process of coming back into the Atma Jagrati. Constant. And slowly, this will increase and that discharge will exhaust, and the intensity of the discharge will reduce. And then you will feel, now things are in my control. That is, you're not dragged by fire. Okay? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, Vaishali Ben. Jai Sachidanand. Thank you. Miraben.
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji, and everyone, all Mahatmas. I wanted to ask one simple question based on what Vaishali asked and what Sailia Ben also asked. So when my mind, when I pray, when I do my Charan Vidhi, when I do my Dada Bhagwan, Nasim Jai Kar Ho, when I do any prayer, anything with full focus, suddenly all these other thoughts come, right? Like, oh, do I have to, is my chai cooking? Do I have to pick up my kid? Is somebody going to call? Is this, those thoughts keep, see. So for me, Meera wants to only pray to Shuddhatma, but all of this is coming in the process. How can I know, based on what you just said, it's all Vyavsthit, it's a discharge for Meera, but it doesn't seem to give me, so when I'm finished, I feel like I'm not in full Jagrati of my prayer, or I'm in full Jagrati of anything, because this is good. So how do I make it more?
You see, basically, before you start for your prayer, Charan Vidhi or Kirtan Bhakti, you must pray to Dada Bhagwan. Say 3 mantras 5 times required.
Yes.
3 times. And then say,
yes.
Hey Dada, give me the strength to do these prayers with full attention and Jagrati. And then you do it. Okay. And if thoughts come in the process, tell the thought, please come after 1 hour. After the Charan Vidhi, I will attend to you. A thought comes, my cooking, my chat. Okay, please come after half an hour or 1 hour. After 5 minutes, another thought comes. Okay, please come afterwards. 2-3 times you say, okay, after, then it will not come. Or you just say, get out, come after 1 hour, get out 1 hour, and keep coming back here. That means don't get engrossed in that. I recognize it's coming and then saying, wait, put it on hold. Like you're in a waiting room of a doctor. No? Yes, I'll attend to the patient, then your turn will come. So tell them your turn will come. Or one of the techniques Dada Bhagwan said, tell the thought come at 10 night. If it's an irrelevant thought, don't come now. And if it's something work related, then okay, after the prayer. 3-4 times you say, then it will stop coming. Or even if it comes, you just pass it away and come back to the prayer. Just pass it away and come back to the prayer. Why you? If you listen to it, then you feel I'm lost, and then after 5 minutes you come back to the prayer. Then another 5 minutes. So you attend to it afterwards. Then you'll get a knack of it.
Okay, it's a muscle. I just have to keep practice only. So on that note, sometimes when Dada had said, and I believe it was also in your book, but Dada had said earlier that any thought that comes into your mind, it comes into fruition in some portion of life, right? Some part of your life, a part of existence, it will come true. So sometimes, these thoughts that come, and I will definitely practice it. So next week I'll tell you, I'll definitely practice this. But sometimes these thoughts that come are not nice, right? They're not something that, oh my God, what if my chai is burnt and it starts a fire? For example, some random thought like that will come. So the thing is, based on this, I should just push it away and say, come later. Thought, don't worry about it. Meera, focus on this. Those good thoughts or bad thoughts, Meera is assigning this rag dvesh to them, right? It is not the correct thought process that I have. So that is why I'm asking, why is Meera becoming worried about these things? Meera should not be.
No, see, the second type of thought is a different thing. And each thought will have a different mechanism to handle it. Now, if it is said that I have to pick up my child or I have to attend to this household chore, then you have to come after 10 nights. But if it's a bad thought, it's cross, bye-bye. Just say cross, bye-bye.
Okay.
You don't have to tell it to come again.
Okay. Got it.
Any thought has no value unless you give value to it. Or unless you give importance to it. Good or bad. It has no value if you just say bye-bye.
Okay.
Good or bad, both.
Good or bad, both. Got it. Okay.
So just don't give importance to it. Simple.
Jai Sachidanand. I will definitely do that.
Jai Sachidanand. Shaili Ben?
Cross, bye-bye. That's all.
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji. I have one more question. This is from what you mentioned to Vaishali. You said about how we have to almost like detach ourselves when we are doing something. Like the relative self, we have to be aware that this is the relative self, and when you are engrossed in the worldly activities. But there's one thing which I have noticed is just my personal experience, that the more I read about all this, the more I feel very much at peace when I read all this. But the more disinterested I am around a lot of things that I would normally be expected to be interested in. They say, घर में, like, you are expected to participate in a lot of family activities and all that. But sometimes the disinterest becomes little evident, or people complain about that. That you're not interested enough, or you don't take enough. But I do what I'm supposed to do the duty and everything. How do you maintain a balance between this virakti bhi nahi keh sakte, but it's like almost definitely disinterest. So how do I maintain?
This is bound to happen. This is bound to happen. It happens with all of us.
Oh, okay.
If you are interested in something, then obviously you will be disinterested in something else. But the moment you are interested in the spiritual, obviously you will be disinterested in the worldly.
Yes.
It is a very natural fallout. It happens with all our Mahatmas or those who have got the spiritual enlightenment.
Oh.
That is why, as you go higher up in the spiritual dimension, the importance of worldly things reduces in your mind. So obviously, that's how does one become a saint? How does one renounce the world? Because he interested to a very high extent on the spiritual dimension of the soul. So obviously the worldly things doesn't matter. Whatever food I get, fine. Whatever clothes I get, fine. Whatever I get, fine. That is disintegration to a very high order. Disinterest to a high order. So yours is a starting point. So this is very natural. So, and it is a good sign if I look from a spiritual viewpoint. But from the worldly viewpoint, your family may say, "Arey, you have become saint or what?" So tell them. But you see, I'm so happy you are interested in insight. So the importance of these things has reduced in my mind. So I'm able to accept whatever comes to me. It can be voiced out, may be voiced out, may not be voiced out, depending on the person and the situation. But it's very natural, and it is the right thing to happen. It is one of the symptoms of advancing spiritually.
Okay.
Because you see, why are we taking births and rebirths? Because we are hell bent on worldly matters. We want more happy life, more materialistic life. What I've not got in this birth, I will pray that I get in the next birth. So hammer and tongs have always gone on materialistic plane. And so we have always been away from the soul or the spiritual plane. Now that you are starting a spiritual journey, so obviously this has to diminish. And if this diminishes, then you can be assured you're on the right spiritual path.
Yes.
Nothing wrong.
Oh, just one more thing. Yeah, this
Only
does
thing,
affect.
only thing you'll have to develop a knack of convincing other people without offending them.
Yes, that's what I don't know.
You have to develop some reasoning for that. That's all. But you're on the right path. Internally, you must know. You should not feel guilty about it.
Yes, guilty in the sense, what happens is this affects my relationships with others.
It'll
Because
happen.
people have been friends.
It'll happen.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Gradually,
So
they'll understand Saila Ben has become an ascetic.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, I think I should, because right at the beginning, what happens is they have a lot of. They're annoyed that
It
I'm
will.
not
It
the
will.
same person.
How come Saila is going ahead of me? She's so cool. She's so comfortable. She doesn't gossip. What's wrong?
Yes.
So that's an envy of the other side. After some time, they will give up. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, definitely because of that, my relationships, many of them have been broken, because what happens previously, you would keep in touch.
Nature, those relations will break. You will develop more spiritually fulfilling relationships. Nature will bring you in people with those whose goals are aligned with your goals. So you will develop more relations which are more spiritual oriented. Nature will do the needful.
Okay.
And it is necessary for those things to break if you really want to achieve spiritual.
Yes.
The extreme end of it is people renounce the world, renounce the house. That is the extreme end. They really break it and go. I'm not asking you to break, but this is in alignment with the spiritual purpose.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, what's the other thing you wanted to ask, Shaila Ben?
Ji?
You wanted to ask another question, or?
Yeah, I'll give first. Someone else is already raised.
No,
come
go
back
ahead.
to it again.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, this is the same thing, only about relationships, because I'm having a lot of problems because of this. That's what, and he's clarified it very well, and it is gone in. So I get the clarity now. Of course, it happens. People you have been friends with for a long time and all, they don't realize that your paths have changed. And now I feel like many of them have just gone away. It's like no longer in the same path. Nobody, very few people are there in the path. So I feel like a lot of people have a lot of complaints. So only thing is, as you mentioned, it is necessary for this to happen. So it has to happen. So.
It has happened with all of us, don't worry.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Deepak, why? Deepak, why?
Jai Sachidanand Pulinanandji.
Jai Sachidanand.
I can understand English, but it's somewhat difficult to speak in English, but I can understand. So, what my question is like that. From I think up to 2013, the question is like that. What is the difference between the Vyavhar Atma and Pratistist Atma? And Dada also says that belief Atma is also there, mechanical Atma is there. So I get some confused about this. So can you enlighten this question? What is the difference between the Vyavhar Atma and Pratistist Atma? Please, sir.
See, Vyavhar Atma means one who has not got this vision.
They do not have Gnan.
Therefore, the one who doesn't Gnan, for him it is Vyavhar Atma. Vyavhar ma vartato to Atma.
Yeah.
Who? Atma means who? Self. Atma means self.
Self.
Where is the self? The self is operating in Vyavhar, in the Namdari. I am Deepak.
Yeah.
So when the self is in I am Deepak, that is called Vyavhar Atma.
Yeah.
And Pratistist Atma, there are two aspects to Pratistist Atma. Really speaking, Pratistist Atma is to the discharge part. Discharge Manvati is called Pratistist Atma.
Discharge part.
One whose Pratistha has already been taken place. Shuddhatma પ્રાપ્ત થયા પછી જે ભાગ છે એ પ્રતિષ્ઠિત આત્મા છે. પ્રતિષ્ઠા કરેલો discharge થાય છે તે. One that is discharge pratisthit atma. And if I want to confuse you, I can say જે પ્રતિષ્ઠા કરે છે એ charge pratisthit atma bhi છે.
He is also charged Pratistist Atma.
That is same as Vyavhar Atma. Or Mishra Chetan. But you leave it, to make life simple, don't get confused. Simple, just keep Vyavhar Atma is the wrong belief that I am name bearer.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Vyavhar Atma.
Yeah.
And after the Gnan, whatever the discharge part is there, that is called Pratistith Atma.
Yeah.
Pratishtha karelo. That's all. Just leave it at that. Keep life simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But what about the belief Atma? The Radha says a mechanical Atma. How can I simplify it?
Belief Atma is what you believe yourself to be. You believe yourself to be Deepak, so then that is called belief Atma.
So Vyavhar Atma and mechanical Atma both are same?
Mechanical Atma will remain in the discharge part. Machine है ना मन वचन का mechanic machine ने जब चार्ज करे से तो इन्हें mechanical Atma भी कहते.
So that is also called Vyavhar.
No, that is not Vyavhar Atma. That is discharge part. Mechanical Atma is pure discharge.
And what is about power Atma? Can you?
Mishra Chetan ने power Atma की power Chetan, not power Atma, power Chetan की.
Power Chetan.
In English में it's called power Chetan. Gujarat में it's called Mishra. It's the same thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Jai Sachidanand. Vaishali Ben.
Jai Sachidanand. I was just a follow-up question to the question earlier about as your Gnan unfolds, you're going to be attracting people that are on the similar spiritual path. So as you're working towards your spiritual goals, is it your job or purusharth to surround yourself with other people that are on a similar path? But if you're in a place where it's not physically possible to surround yourself with spiritually inclined people or people that are on the same path, how else can you do that besides attending satsang and stuff?
If it's well, you just carry on with your purusharth, and maybe you can pray that may I get such people who are on the spiritual path. You can just pray, then nature will do the needful. Till that time, you have recourse to this online satsangs and things like that. Or you can communicate with such people with a video calling or something. If physically you are not in close proximity, you can remain in touch with them with the help of electronic or internet.
And these creating this environment doesn't only include people. It could be singing buds, it could be reading books, it could be any of these things that can remind Vaishali of her spiritual goals, correct?
That you have to anyway do. That you are, yes, if you are not getting people, then you can do all that stuff. As you said, singing, reading, singing, path reading. But that's all. And your Purusharth of Pratikraman or Shakti Magvano.
But when Buddhi says, you can't be doing Gnan stuff 24/7, we need some entertainment too, then what do you do?
Give entertainment. Okay, teach it. I'll give you 1 hour per day and 1 movie per week. But then you must have a boundary to it.
Boundary, okay.
Otherwise, it's forever.
Right.
So, in the process, that discharge moh will also get exhausted. You can't be doing spiritual 24/7 means that discharge moh is still operating. Na? I want this, I want that, entertainment. So that has to be given, but within a controlled discharge, I say it. 1 movie per week or 1 hour per day, whatever. Yeah. The discharge is in your control. Otherwise, it will go haywire, so it will control you. Today this restaurant, today this movie, today this hairstyle, this is that movie. Then it's out of control. You control it. You will get so many dresses per day, so many restaurants per month or whatever.
Got it. Yep. That
So,
makes sense.
because you cannot even stop it.
Yeah.
If you stop it, it's only just, putting a lid. It'll blow up.
Yep. I've tried that.
So the only answer is controlled discharge, where it's in control and you are the observer of the discharge.
Yep. That makes sense.
Just make a boundary to it. Simple. You can't stop it. And automatically, after some time, it could be 1 year, it could be 5 years, it will decay. Then automatically that interest will go away. First, you have a lot of, fancy for eating food outside, for clothes, or for tourism and all that. And that fancy will gradually reduce. As you will realize, okay, I spent so much time, I spent so much money, but what have I really enjoyed? Have I got true happiness? And gradually it will diminish. So then you don't have to work against it also. The answer is only that. Allow it to flow, control the discharge.
That really makes sense because I've tried to do this with Vaishali has this, more towards clothes. So I go through phases where I'll be like, okay, no, I put a lid on it, that no more buying clothes for 5 months. So I'll do the 5 months, but then at the end of that 5 months, I go crazy. So it's not a controlled discharge because I'm trying to control it in like one big batch instead of saying, like you said, put boundaries on it that, okay, if you're interested, get rid of 2, buy 1 or whatever it is, but making it, for lack of better words, making a deal with file number 1 that you're allowed to enjoy this, but in portion and not in atirek.
Yes, that is the only answer. Because you see, Dada Bhagavan also did the same thing. He put a lid on the mind. It's a boundary to the mind. Only this much is permitted. That's all. Yeah. That is the only answer. Because you can't stop it. It cannot be stopped, you see. It has to be released, but it has to be controlled. That's all.
And it's the same thing for food too.
For
food as well, like certain
all
foods. Yeah.
all the five senses.
Yeah.
Not only the five senses, then even your ego, your pride, your money, everything. There's boundary on all the things, right? I know how much do I want to earn, boundary. How much do I want? In case it's going haywire, you give boundaries. If it's not going haywire, it's fine. But essentially, the five senses, the happiness that's coming from the five senses, and happiness that comes from the ego, from the pride, all those can be managed by understanding. But this five senses, well, you have to put a physical boundary or clothes. That you have to put.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. This is Pulinanandji. Now our time is for our Samayik Purushat, and we've been doing on Boghvato suffering, and we have been focusing on the five senses, like you just said. So can you dwell on that, your awareness of that, and how you handle them, or some experiences on that?
You see, Boghvato, one dimension or one aspect of Boghvato, if I may say so, is that whatever comes to us in terms of happiness or unhappiness, typically when we are saying Boghvato, I assume we are talking of the suffering aspect, because happiness also is a type of Boghvato. But the focus now is on the suffering aspect, the discomfort or the disliking experiences that you get, Boghvato. One of the ways of coolly accepting the Boghvato, one of the coolly ways, someone has spoken to me in a manner which I didn't like. Someone is behaving with me in a manner I didn't like, or things are not working out the way I want in my relationships or in my career or in whatever aspect of the relative world. One of the understandings is that whatever I have given to others is coming back to me. If I have not behaved properly with someone when I was a young person, maybe my parents or some elders or maybe my teachers or neighbors. At that time I was young, my punya was there, I could do the way I wanted to do, get away with it. But nature observes it. In my such high-handed behavior, I've hurt someone. So obviously, in the later part of my life, I will get someone who will behave in a high-handed manner with me and will cause Boghvato to me. So what is coming to me is what I have given to someone in the past, not necessarily the same person who is giving me Boghvato now. It could be somebody else. But what comes to me is what has given out there. On an average, generally speaking, yes. There could be exceptions, but generally speaking, yes. So, one of the ways of pacifying the intellect, or one of the ways of pacifying the ego, is telling or talking to file number one. You are getting what you have given to others in the past. So just accept it equanimously and don't see the other person as guilty or the doer or the giver of that suffering to you. That's the only way to pacify the intellect. And once the intellect is pacified, the mind will become calm. So this is one way of handling Boghvato. You have given, so you are receiving the same, tit for tat, as simple as that. So just accept it. And typically old age, say approximately 60 plus, is a reaction part of life where we receive all the things we have done during our younger age. So just accept it. How much of that abuse, insult, disliking behavior, situations will come? There's a quota or limit to it. After some time, that will get over. So don't worry too much about it. One way of it is accepting because you have given to others. And if it's not given to a person, maybe we have taken loan, whatever happiness we have extracted from the body, youth, comes back as suffering, illness, pain, physical suffering. So that is one way of pacifying ourselves. Other ways, it is good this suffering is coming. You are squaring up your debt, your karmic debt, your path is being squared up, or the loan is being repaid. Karmic loan is being repaid. So it's good, now let it come. The more the merrier, the quicker the loan will be replaced. Yes, but in the process, there will be a lot of tap. There will be a lot of tap. There is no shortcut to it. That is why it is one of the pillars of moksha. To go to moksha, you need Gnan, Darshan, Charitra, and Tap. So Gnan, Darshan, Charitra we all have. That I am the pure soul is the understanding, is the Darshan, the experience is Gnan, Gnata Drashta is Charitra. What remains is the Tap. Tap means things happen which is against your liking, against your mind. So that is one of the most essential ingredient to advance spiritually. Tap is friction basically. Friction between what you want and what's happening. They are on two opposite sides, And unless that friction takes place, you will not be able to square up with that karmic debt. Because the natural tendency is to run away from misery and go into the safe zone or the comfort zone. So we must be mentally ready that if I get tough, I will welcome it with 2 hands. Because it is in my best interest, spiritual interest, of course. Tap is coming to the body, Prakruti. I am the pure soul. So the more it comes, the better it is. I will advance much faster spiritually. So, Bogoto, rather than feel bad about it, trying to extinguish it, કેમ જલ્દી થઈને પૂરો થઈ જાય? How quickly can my suffering go away? That should not be the motivation. You should not work on quickly mitigating your suffering. The highest spiritual masters, Nandi Purush or Tirthankars, did not take even an iota of an effort, to reduce their suffering. They knew it has come. It has come with a time duration. It will come, after that duration, it will go away. So they were just waiting for it to go away. And in the process, stuff was taking place. So this is the mindset that we have to develop. We have to view the Boghvato from a different angle. Today we are viewing it how I can square it up. No, if it's there, it's there. You may take recourse to spiritual remedies if you are not able to withstand the heat of the suffering. You may do our, say chanting of Kirtan Bhakti or Three Mantra in case the intensity of suffering is very high. Or you can do our Siddha Stuti, where you say, I am the pure soul, I am in source of infinite knowledge, source of infinite bliss, source of infinite understanding. So all those things can. So in that, during the Boghvata, you can anchor yourself in the soul, or if I put it in a different way, when you are in a Boghvata, you can do the Purusharth of separating from the Prakriti. The one who is suffering or one who is getting Boghvata is separate, and I, the pure soul, is separate. So you can do Purusharth of separation, or you can do chanting of Three Mantra or Kirtan Bhakti, or just observing the Boghvata. So those spiritual remedies are okay. And don't feel miserable about it. Prakriti will dislike, mind will dislike, that is natural. But with the help of this Gnan or this understanding, you can handle the Bhogvata. I'm only giving means of handling the Bhogvata. Because there is no shortcut to it. If you're destined for that much of Bhogvata or suffering, it's going to come. You cannot wash it away or wishy-washy it up. It has only to be managed. Ideally speaking, by observation, but otherwise do this spiritual remedies. So this is the second way of handling Bhogvata. One is understanding that it has come based on whatever deeds I've done in the past, knowingly or unknowingly. Another thing, rather than feeling bad about it, feel good about it. Oh, good, my karmic death has been cleared. And take recourse to spiritual remedies and not any, don't extinguish, the suffering. These are few thoughts that come to my mind on Bhogvata.
Very good, Pulinanandji. Well, time is up. So can you recite three mantra? Miraben, can you follow, please?
Namo Vitragay.
Namo Vitragay.
Namo Variyantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Uvasayanam.
Namo Loye Savva Samunam.
Namo Loye Savva Savanam.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
Savva Bhava Panasano.
Savva Bhava Panasano.
Manglanam cha Savvesem.
Mangalanam cha Savvesem.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Okay. Jai Satchidanand Mahatma. And our next program will be at 6:30 a.m. on Vidhi. So join us there. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand Pulinanandji. Jai Satchidanand Mahatmas.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand.
Satchidanand Rajnikant Bhai.
Jai
Satchidanand Miraben.
Jai
Satchidanand Pulinanandji.
Jai
Satchidanand Taruben. Jai Satchidanand Taruben.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Mahatma. Jai
Jai Satchidanand.